Y'all hear me all right?
Yep.
Mic check. Bullshit. All right, good. Greetings.
Greetings.
I am Master Ken, creator of and 11th degree black belt in the most dangerous martial art in the world, Meridote. I have studied at over 3 dozen martial arts facilities in the past 17 years. Not one of them has been able to contain me. I am here today to do a quick demonstration, also to deliver some bad news. Everything that you all have studied up until this point is complete bullshit. The good news is I've created a martial art that takes the best parts of every other art in the world with none of the weaknesses, which is why we like to say best of all, worst of none. I'm going to do a quick demonstration. I invited the Krav Maga gentleman up here. If you, the one with the knife could come up first. One thing that Meridote does that people haven't gotten to see a lot of is weapons defenses. I see a lot of people dealing with weapons defenses up on the main stage without a very important explanation. The legal ramifications of taking a weapon away from somebody and stabbing them to death. Just because you disarm somebody and effectively defend yourself doesn't mean you're not going to end up in jail for the rest of your life. That's why I tend to teach my students the most important thing is to not take the weapon away. Because as long as he's holding it, it's his fault. If I take the weapon away and start cutting here, I'm going to jail. But if he's holding it, he's responsible. It's also important to have witnesses so that they can hear you say things like, "Why are you cutting your neck? Why would you castrate yourself? Why are you carving my name into your stomach?" The other thing that's important to remember is that once you finish him off and he falls to the ground, committing suicide in the United States is a felony. So that means once the police arrive and carry his body away, he'll be arrested. And his prints are all over the weapon. That's the first thing we teach in Meridote when it comes to weapons. Now with knives, that's fine. Let's talk about a little bit about a problem we have in the United States. We have a lot of guns. Thank you. Let's bring the gun up here. Now the smartest thing to do, go ahead and point the gun. The smartest thing to do, if somebody points a gun at you, is to just snatch it away. Okay, just let go. Once you have the weapon away, it's a good idea to, you don't want to shoot him because then you'll be in trouble, so you just want to unload it. But in case it stays loaded and he holds it, if you can't get it away, let's go with that. Let's say you can't get the weapon out of his hand. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, take my finger. I'm going to place an airtight seal over the barrel. This prevents, what a lot of people don't know is that guns function like human beings. They function on oxygen, okay? So if you block the oxygen, the bullet will not travel down the chamber. If he were to pull this trigger right now, nothing would happen. Second thing you want to do is I see a lot of people pushing the gun offline. What a lot of people don't realize, that makes you very weak. Your muscle groups get weaker as you extend it. So I like to keep it centered. Okay? Using the core muscles. Here, I can use my back and my hips. The only problem with this at this point, now I have full control of the weapon, but now my hands are busy. I can't do any kind of counterattack on him. So I want to use another part of my body. My legs are much more powerful. So I'm going to trap the gun here. Now I can remove the eyes. Now I can snap the neck. Now I can reach down the mouth, pull out the heart. Okay, do things of that nature. And then once I've killed him, then I can just take the gun away like so. Okay? Thank you. Now, another thing I like to teach in Ameridote is how we turn other things into weapons. Can I use you again, sir? Because it's illegal to carry guns and knives and whatnot, you can't really, it's harder to carry those around for self-protection. So we need to teach ourselves to turn other ordinary, everyday items into weapons. Can I have a, miss, can I borrow your purse for a second? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So a purse by itself could be used as a weapon. You could swing it and hit him in the head, right? But what I would do, I'm going to show you, I'm just going to take some random items from the purse. Just kind of see what we got here. A phone, okay. Yeah, everyone's got one of these in their purse. Okay, let's say you can grab it and kind of, this is very soft. But you could still hit him in the temple with the phone. You could apply to a pressure point. Here, yeah. Let's try something. Oh, this is much better. Here. What about your average everyday back massager? This is good. This one is quite large, actually. It's good. This one's long, so I can get a good grip on it. Okay, and it's still got some striking area. It's rigid, so it's not going to slip out of my hand. The tip is kind of hard here, so I can use it to penetrate. I can use it to penetrate the solar plexus, penetrate the groin. If I manage to get behind him, penetrate the tailbone. But another thing that tends to happen in self-defense situations, let's say I lose my weapon. Now I'm disarmed. I need to get that back, so he pokes at me. Go ahead, poke at me. Here. Blocking, okay? Taking the weapon away. Side kicking, bringing him to a knee. Reaching around here. Now there's a pressure point behind the jaw that I can press to open his mouth. Okay? I would use this to then obstruct the airway. This is about a 50-50 success rate too. Some people have no gag reflex for some reason. So if you force it all the way in there and they're not gagging, I would just leave it in there. Okay, but that's an example of Ameridote. Thank you for having me here. We have some products over at the booth here, autographed pictures, DVDs of Ameridote and Enter the Dojo, and I'll be doing a seminar at 3 o'clock to make you 100% street lethal. Thank you for having me.